All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. My air sign of Aquarius. What is the Six of Wands, which is a fiery energy? It's a card of victory and praise. It's a card of being proud for what you're doing and you know you made a right choice. So this is a fiery energy, and so it could just be the energy. I'm not sure this is another person. I think this is something is going on in your love life where you are just ecstatic. You are happy. You feel like you have won the prize, and they may feel that they have won the prize too. So this is a very good card. You're on your high horse and you're excited about it, and it's not coming from an egotistical standpoint at all. It's coming from a victorious standpoint of like, yes, I finally, or like we finally, if you're in a relationship, you're feeling maybe we finally got there. We're in that place. We're happy. In that there's a Taylor Swift song called Out of the Woods, and she does a private concert somewhere, and you can find the video on YouTube, but she talks about how there's some relationships that are so fragile, and you're never knowing if once you're always you feel like you're walking on eggshells, and you never know if, okay, this is a good situation. So are we out of the woods yet? Did we finally get there? Are we out of the woods? Are we safe yet together? And sometimes you have relationships where you never quite feel that way and you want to, but there's this instability, this feeling of instability there all the time. And that's not how you're feeling. You are feeling like you are definitely out of the woods and you have won the prize. So that's good. Congratulations. That's a great energy for March. Now, crossing this energy is the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is a water energy and very stable, surrounded, very, very emotional, not sensitive, but very emotional. And she's the queen, so she's definitely mastered herself or himself, that energy. And they're just surrounded by water. We have waves on the cape. There's river stones here. One foot's in the water. We have a mermaid holding a fish here. We have mermaids up here. There's a seashell here. Very water oriented, but someone that's in control of their emotions, but are still very emotional. I think that's such a beautiful card. But water signs are always offering you something. So, and I'm not saying that you're in a relationship with a water sign. There are some cups in here, not a lot, but I'm not saying you're in a relationship with a water sign, but there's an energy there of emotional stability and warmth and giving and free flowing connection. And that could be very good for you. And maybe this is the person, maybe it is a water sign, and maybe you have met them, and maybe you say, this is it for me. Maybe it's a new relationship and you just feel like you met the person of a lifetime and you are so excited because you have such a strong connection with them. So congratulations on that. That's what's crossing you, and that's a good energy to be crossing you. Now what's grounding you is the Page of Cups. Again, another water sign. This card has been showing up in so many of my readings. It's a very jovial, studious type of energy, a young type of energy, not necessarily a young person, but a young type of energy within the relationship, even if it's a new relationship, and even if you're in a long-term relationship or you're married, there's this light, airy feeling to what's going on. And they're here, they're stable, they're emotional, and they're offering you their cup, and it's full. They're offering you something, just like they are here. So maybe that's why you're feeling like you have actually won the prize and you are feeling very good about it. So that's the grounding. That's what's grounding this situation. I like that energy because it's a very mature, this is a very mature energy and emotional, but this keeps it light, which you like. As an air sign, you like to keep things light and a kind of, I don't want to say aloof, but you just keep it light. Don't worry. Temperance is what is crowning the situation. So this is a card of management and moderation and kind of a spiritual undertone, not a major spiritual undertone, but there is a spiritual undertone to it. And it's a card of clear I don't want to say communication, but kind of clear communication, clear emotions, clear understanding. You're clear. Your cups are full. One foot's on the ground, one foot's in the water. You're in a beautiful setting, and you're taking it for what it is, and you're enjoying every moment of it, but you're not getting all caught up in a whirlwind of love and lust, because you're managing your emotions, and they are managing their emotions, and you're both very happy, and you want to keep it that way. So you're just taking it slow and steady, and you're keeping it light. Okay, what's in your recent past? This is the Queen of Wands. It's a fire energy. It is someone who is very, they know what they want, and they are not afraid to get it. Go after it. They're fire signs. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. They say what they want. They say what they mean. They're quick to judge. Not quick to judge. They are quick to judge, but they're also very quick to recant that if they know they're wrong. They're not afraid to say they're wrong. But a very quick, stern, fiery energy. And this is in your recent past. So you may be coming from a relationship like this, or maybe this relationship started out like that. Maybe it just started out very fast and sudden, and it was hot and fiery. So I don't know if there's two people here and one you're leaving behind, because they're still definitely looking at you. Can you see that? They're looking over at you. And it's a very kind energy, but it's a very, forceful. I don't know if I want to say the word forceful. Strong. It's a card of fire signs are very fiery, and they have a lot of strength, emotional strength, and tenacious in how they approach life. And so they may not be over you, or someone may be watching you, or maybe this is just how the energy started with the relationship, and now you're here and you're saying, wow, this is so great. Because look, this is also a fiery energy. So it could have just started out strong and good, and now you feel like you're on top of the world. Now let's moving into your recent future. We have the Page of Pentacles. And this is it's a messenger. He's a messenger, and it's a good message. It's well grounded. It's sturdy. It's still youthful and playful, but there's going to be some information coming to you that's going to kind of solidify where you feel you are and where you feel you're going. And so just kind of let it come to you and be happy about it, because you deserve it, and you're in a situation, and you're in this with this life, with this love, or loves, where you are open to receiving messages. So stay open, because they're coming in the near future. Now, the seventh card in this reading, this placement in the Celtic cross, is how these two positions are my favorite, because this is how you are viewing the situation, and this is how they are viewing the situation, whomever we're talking about. And also everyone else on the outside that's looking in, this is how they're viewing it. So how you're viewing the situation, this is awesome. It's the star. The star is bright, hopeful, happiness, full, giving, warm. The star is how you feel. And you definitely do feel that. I can see it all right here. So this is how you're feeling the situation is. So just keep it like that. How everybody else and the other person is viewing the situation is the Ten of Wands. Now, this is also a fiery energy, but it's a person carrying too much. There's a lot of burden. He's worked so hard. He can barely get up the hill. He's just ready to fall over. So maybe you're feeling so good, but maybe you just need to just step out a little bit and just focus on yourself. Put some of these down and just continue along your path, and not try so hard to be proving that you're carrying all this and that you can manage it all. Because sometimes you really, in order to manage it all, maybe sometimes you just need to put some things down. So just that's how other people are viewing you and seeing the situation. Very hardworking, very determined and consistent, but just be conscientious of this. And here we go, the Queen of Pentacles. This is your hopes and fears, and this ties right in with this. Your hopes and fears are grounded. You want to build success. You want to build a nice life. You want to be viewed as being successful, and that's probably why you're going through all of this effort. You feel fabulous, but you might be putting a little bit too much effort into everything that you're doing. Pull it back a little bit because you want this and you're afraid of not getting it, okay? And you are getting it. Look. Now, the 10th position is Ace of Swords, and this is you, and it's something amazing and strong and light and fulfilling being offered to you. It's right here. It's right in front of you. You're offering it to somebody, and they're accepting it, and they're offering it to you, and you're accepting it. There's a lot of passion here, and this is definitely you. There's definitely a lot of passion here, and you will definitely want to keep it alive. So just kind of calm down a little bit because you're already going to be having this. You already do. You just need to manage it a little bit. Okay? All right, let's look at your oracle reading. Ecstasis. Ecstasy, joy, rapture, motivation. Well, there you go. Ecstasy is something people seek. It feels better than good. It feels ecstatic. We experience it in tiny bursts and in bigger surges. It enables us to recognize the sacred nature of our own being as an experienced fact, not merely a theory or article of faith. Ecstasy is not something we can make within ourselves, but something that flows through us when we open ourselves to it. It fills us with power and with motivation to grow, to become what we have the positive potential of being, and to fulfill our purpose in being here and now on this planet. When we are feeling these surges of joy, we are empowered and we know that we are on the appropriate track for us, the track that leads us to greater meaning and fulfillment in our lives. This card in a reading, among other things, go for it. It confirms that we are on the right course, moving in a good direction, and that we are in harmony with the great song. Right here. It says great joy and great accomplishment are within your reach. It is strong. Its song is light. Its song also lights up and empowers the cards around it, healing the past, intensifying the moment, and enlightening the future. So you're about to have an amazing month. And I'm sorry I got this to you a little bit late because this card is encompassing everything that we just talked about here. You're working hard. Don't be afraid. You are getting it. You're in a really good situation with somebody, and there's good messages coming. This is how you feel, and this is exactly how you should feel. But try to figure out a way to maybe show others a little bit that you are feeling this way, so they don't think you're feeling bogged down. What a good reading for you. I'm excited for you. Enjoy your month. All right, Aquarius. Thank you.